Hello there, Star Wars fans, and welcome back to another Rebelscum.com video review. And today we are finally reviewing the vintage collection, Big Paz. Shout out to my friend Tate Fletcher. He finally has his character in 3 3/4 scale. It's about time we got him in 3 3/4 scale. I mean, we only, it only took us getting 3 seasons of this incredible series to finally get Paz in the vintage collection. I don't know why it took us so long to get Paz in the vintage collection. Something, Hasbro. We can only do so many characters so often. And we try to prioritize more popular ones over others. Yeah, that's usually probably the explanation. But he's here. We finally have Paz Vizsla in the vintage collection in 3 3/4 scale, and he looks really, really awesome. So he is in the deluxe packaging. He is not on a card back. I mean, he kind of has a bit of a card back because the deluxe VC figures or figure packs do have a little bit of a card back to them. Cool promo picture in the style of a vintage sticker right there, showcasing you putting the flame effects in his jetpack there. Like that. An awesome image of the figure there on the front. Kind of wish for these deluxe packs though. I don't think I've talked about this in previous deluxe packs reviews, but I kind of wish with these deluxe packs that if they're going to go with an image on the front and the back of the toy with their cool toy photography, I would rather on the front or just somewhere, maybe even on the back, that they use an image of the actual character from a screen grab like they do with the regular single carded figures. Because we don't need to see this twice. I feel like there's better use of the space on this box, especially since it's an entirely enclosed windowless package, than just putting the same image on here on the front and the back. I feel like we can better utilize that space personally, but hey, that's just me. Your thoughts in the comments as well, please. Speaking of the back, yeah, not only do you have that same image that we have on the front, but you also right there have a breakdown of the figure and all of his accessories. He comes with flame effects and a blast effect for his cannon, as well as his jetpack is removable with the cannon attachment, just like with the Black Series 6-inch scale figure. And we actually get his little energy shield for his gauntlet and his vibro knife, which that'd be cool if we had gotten the shield and vibro knife with the Black Series figure, and since there has been another Paz Vizsla pipelined for Black Series, I'd be willing to bet that's when we're actually going to get them for Black Series. So that's how they're going to get us on another Paz figure in the 6-inch scale, is they're releasing a couple more accessories with it. Okay. All right, Hasbro. I mean, perish the thought of doing an actual, new character that we haven't had released. There's only like a gigantic list of unreleased characters from The Mandalorian alone, not to mention all the other movies and other things that we have for Star Wars. But at least we're going to get another Paz Vizsla with 2 new accessories this time. How about, and I know this might sound like a crazy idea. I know this, it just will be the most absurd thing you've ever heard all day, or me say at all, period. But how about instead of, taking up another slot in the release schedule of the year or upcoming year with a figure and a character that we've had released multiple times, instead, maybe we just release some accessory packs so that we can put those accessories with the figures we already have, instead of releasing Paz for a 5th time in the Black Series 6-inch scale for 1 or 2 more accessories that are slightly different than the other releases of Paz. I know that sounds absurd. I know that sounds crazy. Now, here's the reason it is a good thing. Here's the pros part of them releasing Paz again with more accessories. Fans who missed out on the other releases. While he has had multiple releases, 4 previous releases in the Black Series 6-inch scale, the first release was just the regular screen accurate version that was a Best Buy exclusive in the Phase 3 packaging. The second release was the credit collection version. So that was an artistic take, a more colorful version of Paz. So I can see why we would get another Paz that's screen accurate also. The third release was the carbonized version of Paz Vizsla, which again, not necessarily screen accurate. While it is somewhat screen accurate colors, they're more metallic, more carbonized looking, right? So I can see why we would get another release. However, the fourth release was another screen accurate release, but with a removable helmet with the Jon Favreau head. Now that was a convention exclusive, so again, I can see why Hasbro is justifying another regular mass retail release that is a screen accurate version of Paz with more accessories, because A, that Best Buy exclusive release is a little hard to find these days, and B, the other releases were either not screen accurate or a rare convention exclusive that even we haven't even reviewed yet. So I can see the justification. However, at the same time, I want to see more characters that we haven't had released yet. Just me personally. Now, you might have other thoughts, and please leave those in the comments below. But that's the justification. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Black Series today. I know I got off on a whole tangent. We're here to talk about this awesome vintage collection figure. So here it is. We've talked about the packaging. That's it for the packaging. Let's see it out of the box. And here is Paz out of his box. And he looks good. And for a 3 3/4 scale figure, he looks nice and large as he looks on screen. The detail on him looks absolutely great. They even got some of the paint scrapes and just like the little silver Beskar bits and dents just showing under his armor. Now, that's mostly on the front. You still have some of those dents and stuff on the back side of this figure textured in on the figure, but they're not painted with that silver bit. So they started painting the front, and I guess they just didn't paint all of the rest, or maybe he just has some dents that don't have scraped paint, which good for him. Good for him that some of his paint job held up, although I don't think that's the case. So regardless of that lack of some paint detail here, the figure does look really awesome. Does have a lot of those really cool suit textures underneath the armor where you can see that heavier suit with the line texture bits on there, which looks really cool. He is fully articulated. Head is on a ball joint, and that neck joint's also on a ball joint inside the neck there, which is pretty cool. Fully articulated shoulders, soft, rubbery pauldrons there, so you don't really have to worry about that range of motion getting hindered, which is nice. Single jointed elbows. Nice, deep, single-jointed elbows there. He does have the soft rubbery plastic hose there, which does flex as you articulate that elbow on his left arm. Wrist joints. You do have his wrist blaster here, which looks awesome. Upper torso, lower waist swivel. Hips, upper thigh, single-jointed knees, and ankle joints. And he's got some big ankles, too, which are really nice. So you're going to get some really cool poses with this Paz figure. Now, his accessories, he does come with his big, heavy jetpack there. His blaster, which just plugs on right here. Like so. You do have the articulated handle, just like with the Black Series 6-inch scale figure. He comes with his energy shield. There's his vibro knife, which is very tiny. The thrust effects for his jetpack, and the pew pew effect for his heavy cannon here. So to put his jetpack on, you just take his jetpack and just plug it into that half circle shape on his back, like so. You can, just like with the Black Series 6-inch figure, peg his cannon onto his jetpack, which I love that it still has that feature even on 3 3/4 scale. You can take his cannon here and put it in his hands, And you can plug in all of his effects so it looks like he's not only in the air, but providing some awesome covering fire for Din Djarin multitude of times, or other Mandalorians, or, you know, just fighting off some big beast or something. Regardless, this is an awesome release of this figure. Now for his gauntlet shield, that just pegs on right here on that peg hole on his left arm there. You can have his vibro knife in his hand like so he's ready to do some hand-to-hand combat as well. And his vibro knife does store in his right boot, just like on the show, which is also very cool. Really, when it comes down to it, aside from some of the erosion and wear detail on his armor, this is a very awesome release. Again, it should have come much sooner than this, but I'm just glad we finally have a Paz for our VC fans out there, because you guys deserve a Paz Vizsla just as much as Black Series collectors or anybody else does. Real quick for comparison, here he is next to Din Djarin, the Mandalorian. And yeah, as you can see, because I'm holding them about level with each other, as you can see, Paz is about a head taller than Din, which he should be. He's a good amount taller than Din, so I'm glad to see that he is still nice and large. Now, should he have been in a deluxe box? Yeah, I mean, you can kind of get away with a soft yes if you take into account the other accessories. Not that they probably wouldn't have fit on a big bubble, but then again, the bubble might have been a little bit too big for it. So I get why it was a deluxe pack release. Regardless, this is an awesome figure. Hasbro, you nailed it. Nice. Guys, thank you so much for tuning into today's review featuring the Vintage Collection Deluxe Paz Vizsla from The Mandalorian. Like I said, it's about time we finally got this guy in 3 3/4 scale. What do you think? Was he everything you hoped he'd be, or was there some things you hoped they might have done a little bit different? And do you think it was even necessary for him to be a deluxe packed figure? Please discuss that in the comments. Stay tuned for more vintage collection reviews. Check out some of our other content here on Rebelscum.com. Like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and check Rebelscum.com daily for daily news, posts, and content. If you like to buy cool Star Wars figures and things, check out Order 66 Toys and tune into their Friday night live sales at 7 p.m. Central Time for a wide variety that's different every Friday night, and they do ship all around the world. Check out our new archival website, collectorsoracle.com, where you can manage and track your collection like a pro. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. May the Force be with all of you, you Rebel scum.